Well, hello and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to talk about Catrice makeup yet again. So yesterday I did a full face of Catrice makeup. I went through each and every product, gave you my thoughts and opinions about them, and so today we're gonna do a shorter version of that video, and I'm simply going to talk to you about my 3 favorite products from the brand and my 3 least favorite products from the brand. Let's start with the bad ones just so that we can end on a good note as usual. First thing I didn't like is the True Skin High Cover Concealer. It does nothing for me. Not only is it not covering enough in my opinion for what I like and what I want to hide, but even if you like a more natural kind of a makeup, it just goes everywhere in your fine lines. It moves, it does not stay in place. You're gonna end up with nothing left, and in my book it's never worth it. Like, it's okay if you want a very light, natural looking concealer, but you still want it to stay under your eyes and not disappear after a few hours and not get into every fine line possible. So really, this for me is a definite no. Next up, I have this powder. This is the Poreless Perfection Powder. Okay, one of the reasons why I don't like it is because I can't figure out how I'm supposed to use it and for what, basically. It doesn't work as an under eye powder. It doesn't work, in my opinion, as a setting powder. It's weird. I feel like it's wanting to be a finishing powder with a soft luminous effect, because when you swatch it, it does look slightly luminous, but it's too heavy. It's too heavy to give that nice, soft focus, radiant effect. You know what I mean? If you want a finishing powder with a slight sheen that just gives a natural, beautiful effect to the skin, go for Hourglass. Those powders are super, super light. I mean, granted, it's not the same price point, but still. This is just too heavy to be a finishing powder, in my opinion, and it's not at the same time setting enough to be an actual setting powder. So this, I don't know what this is. Basically, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I don't really like it. And the last item that is definitely, I think, my least favorite of the bunch is the Lift Up Volume and Lift Mascara. First of all, I don't like the wand, I must say. Like, silicone bristles like these are just really not my favorite, and it's huge, so it just doesn't really make sense to me, this wand, for some reason. But on top of it, I just don't like the way it makes my lashes look. It just makes them clumpy, and it just doesn't look good. And I'm okay with a little bit of clump if it actually really lifts and curls my lashes and it gives me extra volume. This just like sticks my eyelashes together, like, you know, like those spider legs, and that's it. You know, it does nothing more. I really, really don't like it. I think part of the reason why I don't like it so much is because I was expecting more, honestly, from Catrice Mascara. I had this in my head that they were quite good, and this isn't it. Okay, let's now move on to the products that I actually really, really like from the brand. Products that are not only worth it, but that honestly could be sold for a lot more money and I would still buy them. So that tells you a lot. The first one is the True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This has become a very, very enjoyed foundation in this house. I was skeptical at first. I just couldn't really figure out what I thought about it. The one thing really throwing me off, I think, for a while was the shade, which is just not completely right for me. It's a bit too pink, despite it being labeled as neutral. But really, it does give a very, very nice effect to the skin. It's not the most high coverage. It's not the most long-lasting, like matte, long-lasting foundation, but it is quite nice. I feel like it still gives me enough coverage, but it's also comfortable and hydrating enough that I can wear it on a daily basis and I wouldn't have any issue of dryness. The second item is another foundation. This is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. So definitely foundations apparently is where it's at when it comes to Catrice. This has been a favorite for a very long time. Now, when I compared the two, I ended up preferring this one. This is still, in my opinion, a hit, especially if you want a very, very long-lasting, high coverage, matte finish foundation. Like, this is it. It's just really, really good. Part of the reason why I ended up preferring this one at the end of the day is because right now it's winter, so I have a bit dry patches, and this is a matte formula. It's definitely more on the drying side. So this is a product that, as much as I love it, and unlike this one, I wouldn't recommend it to just anyone. If you have drier skin, you might actually hate this, but I think it's really, really, really great. Okay, cheating a little bit because I feel like since these are two foundations, they can kind of count as one product. I want to add in the blush box in the shade Dolce Vita. So at first I was supposed to hate this because I don't like these kinds of blushes, and there's just nothing about it, even the packaging, that really appeals to me for some reason. But I talked about the smell of this already. I still love it for some reason, but I just really, really love the formula. And when you look at it in the pan, it looks powdery and cheap, really, but on the cheeks, it's just beautiful. It is a bit glowing, but really not too much. It's just a beautiful, beautiful blush, both in the formula and in the color as far as my taste goes. So definitely a very good surprise here. And last but not least, my most favorite thing of all is the Plumping Lip Liner. This is in the shade 40 Starring Roll. I do have it on, as well as the other products I mentioned I really liked. I love this. I really, really love this. It's kind of making me question my life choices. You know, why have I spent 33 euros on a Pat McGrath lip liner? Why? I mean, don't get me wrong, Pat lip liners are amazing, but this is just so, so good. First of all, the color is everything I was looking for. And the texture, the way it applies, it's so comfortable, so glidey, so everything, really. I've been wearing this nonstop. Honestly, if I had to wear this every day, I wouldn't be mad. That's like a miracle. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel because it's free, so why wouldn't you? And I will see you guys next time. Bye.